Laughing Witch is at it again, conjuring bullshit out of her ass. This first part will be a response to her rambling video. Well, yes, Laughing Witch, you did dox yourself when bragging about the letters you sent to get Thunderfoot fired and or thrown into jail. So stop putting the blame on everyone else and face the reality. You doxed yourself. And fucking hell. Not saying there was a conspiracy, but there was something big going on in the back. And it was an attack on the feminists and the community. And it was going to hurt as many people as possible. If there have been an attack on the thousands and yet thousands of prominent feminists, I must have completely missed it, because they kept going without missing a beat. And come on, Laughing Witch, you are a small fly sheet on the fucking wall when looking to the entire feminist community. You need to talk to someone to get your overinflated ego in check. And wow! You really think people are going to murder her? Really? That's the most absurd you have said so far in that video. Jesus. And if someone is trying to murder a feminist and get the headlines for it, they would go for Anita Sarkeesian or So Quinn, as they have been in the world news very recently because of their talks at the UN. And not some woman with an overinflated ego in the local news. And for fuck's sake, still pulling shit out of your ass by listening to secondhand information on how YouTube is going to create, well, they have created a paying part already. And she thinks the backlash she is receiving is because of the intent of driving feminists off the internet. Not just YouTube, but off the internet. She talks about how she was forced by her husband. Wait, oh my god. Patriarchy, anyone? Patriarchy! Well, she did it to prove to her husband that he was more important than any channel or video, because he was getting so upset. She planned to leave the channel open to show all the hate she was getting, and so she could fall on the sword and be a martyr, and be the only target in the so-called feminist attack that she was experiencing. She lumps together people from Baphomet. I don't know that forum or place, and I have really no idea what it is. But she lumps it together with the people from 4chan, 8chan, and something called Men's Right Atheist. Not activist, but atheist. Into one group being behind the attacks on her. So she can't decide if they're going to murder her or harass her to suicide. She keeps going back and forward with it. She also mentions the news segment she did that was so bad a second grader could have made a better and more completely objective news segment, and not a personal hit piece on Thunderfoot that Garrett W. Hocke on WUSA 9 News did. She's talking about someone called King Crockoduck and how this person wanted to get personal information and destroy her business. Even more, but Crocoduck posted a lengthy comment that is linked below, and I have saved it down and can upload it if it gets deleted by a Laughing Witch, because I have no trust in her to play fair. I suggest you read the replies he made in his own comment thread, as you will find more interesting information how fucked up Laughing Witch really is. She keeps going on how she have recorded calls and things like that, and she will be turning over that to the FBI. She talked about the real world and how, in her mind, this shitstorm looks like a foreign national have launched a cyber terror attack against an American business with the intent to destroy it. So we are right back where we started. where she thinks Thunderfoot's word is law, and everyone on Baphomet, 4chan, 8chan, and every man's right atheist, and all his subscribers that are following him, blindly follows his word. That's just insane. Mind-blowing insane. Here in the truly real world, we see a crazy feminist and friends trying to get a scientist fired or thrown in jail. And that did not a large amount of people like, and they decided to hit back the only way possible online by making fake reviews and empty death threats. Even I personally have been targeted by death threats, and I've never taken one credibly. She is truly delusional, and I think we truly need urgent help by professionals. Well, I think we should have left things alone and stopped kicking the hornet's nest repeatedly, and just stopped at the video where she said she was sorry, and let Thunderfoot have the last word, because he was busy in a lab making scientific experiments and didn't really have time with his bullshit. So when he replied, she came back and started kicking the hornet's nest day in and day out again. Well, if Thunderfoot decided to proceed with every legal avenue as the Laughing Witch wants to do, she would be the one in truly deep shit. Come the fuck on and stop playing the victim, and why the fuck not? Get a handgun and shoot the so-called haters that turn up at your door. And I can guarantee you they will be completely innocent people that you have murdered, and you will be thrown into jail for life. I will be truly sorry for the victim that you murdered, but we will be getting rid of you and your bullshit and lies. You talk about foamed at the mouth. Well, that is exactly what you and your friends did when you thought Thunderfoot had been fired. So shut the fuck up and own up that you are the source of your own misery. What? People are allowed to disagree with you? No. People that are disagreeing with you are cyber terrorists attacking you. And that is something that you yourself have stated clearly. And you have bitched about moral police in your video commentaries. And come on, hold on. What the fuck was your letter writing campaign about? You were a fucking morality police bitching about Thunderfoot's criticism of, among other, Anita Sarkeesian. Well, you Laughing Witch, you really believe your morality being a true absolute, and when that gets pointed out, you cry like the pathetic professional victim you are. And then you loops straight back into Thunderfoot and the army he is commanding, and how it's a case of national security. Laughing Witch, you are the shit stain of humanity. Deal with it. And no, Thunderfoot is not an international terrorist, how much you want it to be true in your own little head. Well, you talk about how people are creating terror, etc. But you are also creating terror when you want people's free speech censored and have people thrown in jail for speaking up their opinion. I do not condone any bomb threats or death threats you have received, but you need to chill the fuck out. And holy fuck, you really think YouTube will change its term of service because you're crying foul? because of the backlash you created. As you have been speaking in this video, have your ego kept growing and growing and growing? Fucking hell, man! No, you have not established that it's a crime to leave fake reviews on Google or on Yelp. Yes, sending death threats and bomb threats, it's a crime, but not leaving fake reviews. And hold on, you've gone from hundreds of thousands of blind followers, possibly over a million of followers of Thunderfoot, down to 200? Can you make up your mind what number it is? And you think 5 of them are willing to kill you and throw their lives away? Because they will be caught and thrown into jail. The odds of getting away with murder is extremely minimal. And keep telling yourself that politicians will give a fuck and that Google and Yelp will bend backwards to help you. That's not gonna happen. And when putting your gender versus your actions to see what people are most pissed about and most angry about, it's your fucking actions. What you have said and what you have done. Those things are what people have reacted on. And you talk about not wanting to fan the flame. And yet you just said that you will get gasoline and pour it on the fire to get an even bigger flame and an even bigger shitstorm. Well, it takes an unstable person like you to know another unstable person, so you two should really make a nice group of people that should be locked into a padded cell. And your so-called friends are just as delusional as you are and need a really big kick in the ass to see the light of the real world. And come on, attempting to drag Sargon a cat into your shitstorm again is just as retarded as the first time you tried to attack him, and he didn't want anything to do with you. But now you keep going at it again. And of course, you have started a Patreon, like the professional fucking victim you are, to get some cash. And you really want it to be illegal to create fake reviews on Google Plus and Yelp. And who's the real terrorist here? It's you, not Thunderfoot. And she thanks everyone that gives money so kindly. So why the fuck are you crying out when you're saying you are going to be absolutely fine? It's utterly retarded to keep fanning the flame. Laughing Witch has also put up a video containing what looks like a very chopped off conversation where only King Crocoduck's part are shown, and it looks very odd, but lucky us, NollPlume99 have made an excellent video, and thanks to King Crockoducks that have supplied screen grabs of the entire conversation. NollPlume's video about Crocoduck versus Laughing Witch and that shitstorm is linked down in the description, and I highly recommend watching it to get the truth. And as I said, Laughing Witch can't handle the truth. In Harassment Part 1, she have linked to, among other things, the Crown Prosecution Service. That is the located in the UK, and looking over those links and the content, it's clear as day that the letter Laughing Witch sent was breaking British law, and Thunderfoot's actions were legal. So I don't know what she was thinking, proving her own guilt. And in Harassment Part 2, a few people are using their right to free speech and not fucking harassment when calling the company. There's most likely will be a new video covering Laughing Witch and her retardness in fanning the flame. So it will grow and grow and grow. But for now, ConZor, the Lazy Gamer, signing off.